Hey, what's up, everybody? Lawler here. Got a lot of things to talk about, a whole variety of different things, from teams admitting to why they lost to teams not admitting as to why they're switching up their roster. Hope to provide some insight. Also, $500 weekly tournaments coming back, paired with sports organizations. Pretty cool stuff. All that and more in today's video. What's up, everybody? Lawler here. Going to be talking about a whole bunch of news, and we're going to start it off with this clip.
I mean, talking about BDS and a split, potentially, MonkeyMoon tweeted after that series. And normally you think, you know what, if we bring up MonkeyMoon tweeting, it's going to be something in relation to Rettles in one way or another. Instead, it's about his team. He said, comms is the key of the victory. Brackets, that's why we lost. GG Simper and good luck for the final.
So for those that don't know about this tweet, and it is what I feel like is somewhat telling, is there has been a little bit of concern surrounding Team BDS. Ironically enough, this is a top 3 team results-wise and is still going to the major and having, obviously, a ton of success. But in contrast to last season where you won just about everything, this kind of feels like a kick in the nats, and there's some contrast. MonkeyMoon, usually when he tweets, is very, very direct in his feelings about things, which I really appreciate. And that clip is the tweet that is no longer a thing. The tweet got deleted, which MonkeyMoon did reply and said, maybe Sweden will help us to have more motivation. Now we're just sleeping on the field. And I think it's telling about something that's been going on with BDS. We've been putting a lot of emphasis and focus as commentators and otherwise people who watch this game about mentality, about the chemistry, about the ability to communicate and talk with your teammates when things are going good or bad. And that seems to be the glooming issue that's going on with BDS. There's always more desire to know about what's happening behind the scenes, more to know, if we peel back the curtain, what is happening backstage with BDS. And although still successful, still top 4 finishes, still have been alluding to getting a win. They want one, it just has escaped them. And for BDS and the rest of the team, I feel like that's not good enough. And it shows. You can see the visible frustration in the matches. And it's something that I think should be talked about. I think Team BDS, although a very talented team and very, very, very successful, has not yet won despite all the performances last season. I talked about it at the We Play Esports Invitational. We will not see that level of success from BDS again. But I did not expect them to not get a win. Ironically enough, in tomorrow's video, I'll talk more about that stuff. But primarily for BDS, there's been some concern about what's going on with them. And you're seeing some successful teams really focus heavily on having a mental coach, a sports psychologist, someone to help them get through the tough problems. And it seems like this problem is at a core, a lack of communication, from the sounds of it, within the team, which feels weird. You went from a team in BDS that went from basically never feeling like they looked panicked. They never looked like they were in a place where they felt uncomfortable. Even if they were down in games, series, whatever it was, they still seemed to have a level of composure to them. To me, that looked unbelievable. But now we end up seeing it, and it feels like the frustration's coming out, hands are on the face, visible frustration shown in player cameras, that it's like something's going on. So I do hope that over the course of the month, they take a bit of a breather, they come back relaxed, and they do show that motivation. But if anything, more pressure, more stakes is only going to exploit that probably even further. So I do hope that whatever is going on with BDS does fix it out, because I don't want their first chance at a live event LAN competition to be basically overshadowed by some frustration going on internally. So some interest and some eyes keeping on BDS moving forward. I'll be doing a tier list on where I think teams are going to end up. You might want to make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss out on that one for the major. On the good side of things, though, for Team BDS is the Esports Awards. For those of you that do not know, I am a panelist on the Esports Awards, where I go in and provide expertise regarding the major games that I cover. One of those in esports is obviously Rocket League. And in those conversations, we talk about the nominees made from the public. And one of them in particular was the Esports Controller Rookie of the Year. And many people upset because what the heck, why is this player who plays on PC using a controller, blah, 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 which is ironic because Call of Duty, who is really upset about this, the entire Call of Duty scene is in an uproar because of this award, because they think a player named Insight should have won it. And the ironic part is Call of Duty is also now played on PC in the competitive scene, and most of them use a controller where they're not even aiming themselves. They use aim assist. I'm just throwing shade to throw shade. Jokes aside, both players super deserving. And the important thing is MonkeyMoon did win this award, which I think is just cool to pay note of. Even though there was no accolades given in the RLCS last season for like Golden Striker and stuff, MonkeyMoon won Rookie of the Year, which I think is incredible, not just for Rocket League, but for all of esports. So I just want to say massive congratulations to him and to all these replies. People need to remember that there is other games outside of Call of Duty, and I hate to break it to you, but your defense of, well, he took this team and gave them a major. MonkeyMoon took this team and won everything, 3 majors included. So, yeah, MonkeyMoon is definitely deserving. Either way, massive congratulations to him, and hopefully that success comes back in his 2nd year. Up next, kind of the bread and butter of some of these conversations, Shift, as always, has put out another rumor stating, per sources, the SK Gaming roster is set to depart from the organization due to a variety of internal issues. I don't know if those are SK Gaming issues or if I don't know if those are the team issues. I don't know if that is the SK Gaming roster that is having problems or if it is the SK Gaming organization that is having problems. SK Gaming has stated that they are in talks with other rosters to stay a part of the RLCS, according to Shift. Whether these things are true or not, we do not know. Whether they will see SK Gaming back ahead of the winter split or not remains unclear. And this is starting to become a popular thing. There's a lot of teams, as we're going to find out in the next few minutes here, that with the end of the fall split, trade window will start on December 13th. There's time to switch up rosters. There's going to be time for people to, with a month break roughly, figure out what they want to do moving forward. Unless you're Team Liquid and you keep playing with Oski, who is ineligible to play for the winter split, and all of it means nothing, despite how well you are doing qualifying for the Monaco. Team Liquid, what are you doing? You're throwing away your season again, and if you pick up Oski, you can't play with him until spring. But why? Either way, SK Gaming potentially departing in some way. Maybe some players will go elsewhere. It does state that Ixo, Yukio, and Tox are looking for another org to represent, so I don't know if SK Gaming is just not happy enough with the results and wants to go find a different team that has top 8 potential. We will have to see. In response to that, though, Yukio does put out a tweet that says, life is full of surprises. It's not easy to always stay happy and achieve your dreams. I'm a strong individual and I believe in myself. If I want something enough, I'll fight for it no matter how many times I fall. See you in winter split. News soon. So it does look like there is some things happening. What they are, in the grand scheme of things, we do not know. Keep in mind, SK Gaming did sign this roster back at the beginning of spring split of RLCS X. And if results have not shown, I wouldn't be surprised if they're quick to pull the trigger, because a lot of these organizations are spending a ton of money and they want that top 8 every single time exposure. RLCS spots are worth a lot of money. You got to make top 8. Alongside with some crazy results is the one and only AtomiK. And this has been a conversation I've been waiting to have for a while. For those that do not know, the former Team Queso roster. If you guys forgot, way back when we were doing roster coverage in the offseason, Team Queso was disbanding and then staying together and then disbanding and then staying together. And they went back and forth a lot until they decided to stay together. And anytime I see those rumors come out or those things, I automatically put some concern on it. I'm a little bit nervous about how things are going to play out. And the entire time people have been asking, and the things I've been hearing, is that this team wasn't supposed to stay together in the first place. AtomiK in particular was supposed to go to Team Liquid, which makes more sense instead of Oski. Doubling back on that. So AtomiK does put out a tweet of just an hourglass saying it's a matter of time, something's going on. Or maybe it was the fact that, hey, I did want to leave this team. I was going to go to Liquid, but we stayed together, and I knew it was only a matter of time until things fell apart. Again, it's one emoji. I am extrapolating off of nothing, but it gets the gears turning. What do you guys think is going on with the former Team Queso, now Giants? Either way, the team has had horrible results. Someone in my chat joked that Vodafone Giants is the most consistent team in Europe, and I don't know if being 16th is consistent in a good way, but things have not gone well for them. Either way, I do expect changes for these teams. There is a lot of teams that I think we're going to see primarily in the winter split in that trade window make changes, because if you do it after the winter split, you're kind of giving up your season. So It will be interesting to see on how things play. Obviously, with the new rule, you are able to change 2 players now instead of just 1 without losing points. So ultimately, this one, I think, is giving us a hint of insight based upon a lot of things that I've been hearing over the course of the last few months. And it only felt like a matter of time. So maybe Vodafone Giants seeing some changes soon. I will keep you all posted. Positive news, though. Some teams not having success. Some teams are. And in particular, we've got a team by DNMK that is picking up the roster of WeCasper, Echo, YoPeGo, Entity, and Svalkan. This was a team that has obviously competed in regions that people may not be as educated on, I guess is the best way to explain it. This is a South African team that has had some pretty solid results, and we wondered when this stuff was going to start happening. When was it going to be that we started to see some of these other regions that have had success, that haven't had the mainstream exposure of RLCS, now that there is RLCS, a healthy scene, competitive to play for, $15,000 tournaments? Are we going to see teams get picked up? And this is the first start of it. So congratulations to that roster. The former AtomiK team, now DNMK. Congratulations to them. I'm probably going to keep butchering the way I say your name because NM and saying that fast does usually not go well. On the antithesis of that, we do have Team Signal, which unfortunately is saying with sadness in our heart, we are bringing light on an announcement of Fazzy retiring. We are a team would like to wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. We as an organization think it's best to pull out of the RLCS scene until further notice and focus on more internal campaigns. We think it would be best decision for all members to grow and open new opportunities for everyone. Additionally, we will be opening our doors for more members to start the grind for TS. So unfortunately, this South American team with Firefox and KV1, because one of their players does retire, they have decided to pull away, which is really interesting to see. Usually you give the team a little bit of a chance and an opportunity to find a replacement. They do have a sub in Pedro, and I think Pedro would be able to come in and actually play. But for some reason, because one player retires, I guess that's the one that they were really hoping for. So ultimately, a team backing out, which is unfortunate to see. And last, but certainly not least, talked about this a little bit on stream, but this one is going to get the love from you guys. There has been an absence of community organization ran tournaments for the public. Back in the day when I was playing competitively, there was ESL, and there was things to look forward to and stuff to grind for. Yes, there is in-game tournaments, but there's no real money, or the competitive experience is kind of at a loss. The nice thing is there is a new company by EGL.TV that has a website that is doing something called Club Clash. They're starting their preseason where you can sign up and represent not just the team, but also a sport franchise of your choosing. And these are not small sport franchises. You're talking about teams like the New England Patriots, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Indianapolis Colts. Those are NFL franchises for the NFL teams. And they've also got some other soccer clubs and stuff in there as well. And it looks like they're going to be adding more and more as time progresses. And what's cool about this is right now it's in the preseason. For Rocket League, there's 2v2 tournaments that are going down. That goes down on Thursdays. But you have the ability to sign up for free and possibly win up to $500. Alongside that, once the preseason ends, you will earn points for playing for your franchise, whatever it may be. Say I want to go and compete for the Indianapolis Colts. They're my team I represent. I go and play. If I do well, I earn club cash credits. And then I have the ability to redeem those on the store for things like game-worn jerseys from my favorite football players. The ability to get tickets to go to the stadium. Interactions with the actual social media of the Indianapolis Colts. A lot of really cool prizes that they're working on, and it sounds like more and more franchises are being brought in. The only reason I know about this is because they reached out to me to cast one of their tournaments. So I do highly recommend if you guys want to go sign up for weekly tournaments. They start Thursday, $500. There is literally no one signed up. So if you sign up, for North American residents only, sorry. But if you sign up, it's a 2v2 tournament. You have no competition. You automatically win. So I highly recommend doing that. On the other side of things, based upon how you perform over the course of the entire preseason, if you do well enough, you can get put into the finals, which is a $3,500 tournament. And then season 1 starts in January of 2022, and everything gets bigger. And there's more to it. They do Rocket League, but they also have a bunch of other games too that you can play. I recommend going and checking out. Link in the description. But $500 weekly tournament. No one signed up. I need to find me a twos partner for a free prize pool because no one else is playing. Jokes aside, I highly recommend you guys go sign up for the tournaments. Could be fun. Either way, $500 weekly tournaments doesn't sound too bad. And they, because are in association to the sports franchises, it looks like they've got the money and the funding to back it. So it could be pretty cool and a cool way to compete weekly for money. That is going to wrap it up for today's Rocket League news. If you guys do have any additional questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments down below. But that is going to do it for me. If you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.